Good evening and welcome to the Town of Belgrade Planning Board of June 18th, 2026. It is 6:05 and we have a quorum of the board. We're going to do a roll call. Tonight with us we have Mrs. Penny Morale, Mr. Nick Alexander, Mr. Nick Sakaro, Mr. Richard Baker, Mr. George Steele, and Mr. Craig Alexander, and our CEO Hans Rasmussen, and myself, Sarah Langette. So with that said, I will invite the people in the audience to introduce themselves.
Peter Dion.
Peter Dion, and
My name is Brian Stoddard. I'm from Spigo Technics.
all right, thank you. So, moving forward, we're gonna start with the item A in the agenda, which is applicant Peter Dion. Location is 970 Manchester Road, map 2, lot 4A, and the purpose is a subdivision. We do have an application here for subdivision. The name will be Dion Estates. And with that introduction, I will give the floor to the applicant if you want to express some words about the application.
This is my first time going through this. I'm just making that one break, as you can see on maps. I'm not trouble on that map, the map that you have in front of you. It shows the breaking off, I think it's 7.8 acres. Right where his mouse is, that's kind of right.
Yeah.
It's the last page. There's a larger one is on the last page. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's Cozy Cove.
That's 6.78 acres. There's this on the 7 acre lot.
No, I didn't know if this is major or minor because the remainder lot, does that count as? Would that make it a major?
Yeah, well, why don't you finish and then we'll get to this question, because I have a question of whether this is even a subdivision
Okay.
or why.
I was told. I've never been through this before.
Okay.
That's fine.
So I put my house up for sale, because the house is existing. And I just want to make a clean break, property line wise. And that's why I was gonna originally just have 5 acres, but just making a nice clean straight line, it ended up being
6.7.
6.78 acres.
Oh, no, they written the wrong one.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's on this one.
All right, yeah.
Just the survey, and that's, it was just clean breaking off that way.
So I think what it is the timeline,
Yeah,
the 5-year timeline or something like
I was like,
that.
right, Pines could be.
It's 6 months away.
Yeah,
So-
a little under 6 months away from the 5-year.
Oh, okay, that was part of my question, because
The
you've
gentleman
lived there,
that owned-
you've lived there for what, 4.5 years?
Yeah,
About,
yeah. The east.
what are the other 2 lots though? There's
Uh,
the one that you're retaining. Where's the 3rd lot?
it's number 4. See, he's 4A.
Oh, that's
4A
already
was created when he bought it. And now he's creating probably 4B by splitting it off. That makes
Okay,
this
so
3.
lot 4 is part of this subdivision as well as 4A and, no, not 4, yeah, 4A and
Whatever tax
Yeah,
assessment.
that lot 4 was bought
That was
before you bought.
That was the east line, yeah.
Right, so
That was all part of the same lot.
it was
less
all
than
part
5
of
years.
Less
Yeah.
than 5 years ago, I think that's why. It's all coming out.
So that's a critical point though, because. If lot 4 was split off more than 5 years ago, it doesn't count.
Well, it's 6 months shy, right?
5.
Well, no. I'm not talking about the lot that you just sold where your home was.
No, with the trailer, the Eastler kid had the trailer. I think that was. Just shy of 5 years. Cause I've owned it since 22.
September 20th, 2022 is when Mr. Dion purchased the land.
Which didn't include the trailer.
Okay.
September 20th,
Yep.
22.
That's fine.
Well, we're in 26.
Right.
Yeah,
So it needs to be
it's not-
27.
Yeah, we're 5 years next year,
Yeah, so it's a year and a half.
that's a year and a half.
No, I think that the Eastler kid broke it off. Broke the trailer off back in 21, 20 or 21. So lot 4 was
So
created.
lot 4 was created in 2022, is that what we're saying?
I don't have a record. Let me check that tax card, see if it says something there.
Because if it's more than 5 years,
Yeah, we're in
doesn't count.
26, so 21.
so then you got a 2 lots. Division and not a subdivision.
Well, this doesn't say when.
I think that Tyler Eastler, I think he broke that off in like 21, I think it's 20.
Yeah, in 22 it was sold to. So yeah, 1/18/21 was one sale date here.
So lot 4 is where the mobile home is.
Yeah.
Building in 22, building with 2.6 acres stays on lot 4. So I'm assuming it was, well, transferred, but right, you see this bottom note. In 22, the building with 2.6 acres stays lot 4. So that's when the division was made. 22. Can you see that?
I do, but I'm also looking at the sale data, 1/18/21.
And that could be when lot 4 was transferred as a large entity to whoever owns it now. I don't know what that timeline is. I'm just going by the notes of when the tax man says there was a separation.
Can you move the card a little bit lower, ahead?
Let's see.
Say got it, mark on click on got it there. In the blue thing, so there we go. Let's see what it says here.
Can't see it.
No, look at the TV upload out.
That one's not working.
Oh,
Tyler sold that.
So the other entity that said it needs to be done was what, your bank, your title company? Or
Well, I think they were just going all the heels. I'm not sure.
Well, the title company is the one's gonna do the research.
2 lights, the gentleman that's still in the White House. White House. the
Did
existing-
they tell you you need to subdivide it?
Well, they had questioned, and that's when I didn't see hands.
I mean, it's not uncommon for a title company to stumble upon a subdivision that's, was created by accident. So where's the note that you were referring to, Hans?
this bottom line right here, 22. Says building with 2.6 acres stays lot 4. So that indicates that there's going to be a division of lot 4A.
Tyler had sold that trailer and those people, which sold the inside truck before I bought. Well, before I bought, so.
I mean, it would be good to have the more definitive information than trying to make some kind of inference from that. From the registry of deeds. Cause then maybe you don't have a subdivision here, and you don't need to go to the office. Which is, you know, not an inconsequential effort, expense on your part.
Very big.
Yeah, and. Time is of the essence, isn't it? No.
Yeah, I was supposed to close the 15th. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is kind of. The people buying the house had to be out of their house, so it's been a mess, but
Yeah,
so that's when I just come in and see
Start searches with the registry of deeds, can they be done by computer?
Yes.
yeah. I think that can, it's not particularly user friendly, but it can be done by computer. At least last time I checked, it was very.
It's not, I was trying the other day.
Cause the process that you're starting, I mean, this is the preliminary site sketch stage. Then you have a preliminary application, and then you have a final application. I mean, we're talking at least 2 meetings from now before a final approval. So a month away or more, depending on how good our application's been. So just be upfront, you know, so you know why it might be worth going to the registry of deeds and getting the definitive dates of when that lot 4 was, the definitive date when that lot 4 was created and registered with the registry of deeds.
All right, well, because time is of the essence, I would say we start the process and he can do that before the next meeting.
Yeah, no, I'm
And
fine
maybe
with
pull
that.
the plug then,
I'm
but
fine with that.
pulling the
I mean,
plug now is
there's
not
only
being
so much we
responsible.
can do tonight anyway at a preliminary stage, but you know, until we get the preliminary, I mean, at the site sketch stage, which is what this is, it's not a preliminary application. The 3-stage process.
Okay.
But the point is that if you go home tonight and you pound the computer to get that information, or get somebody to help you, maybe by tomorrow morning or so, you can come back to Hans and say, listen, I found it. And you got clear right off, and then you can get moving on your side.
But anyway. So we'll keep moving.
So, any other comments that you would like to bring to the board? All right.
So if the register says, yes, you're within that 5 years, there's more paperwork to do.
Yeah, we're gonna go through this process if you're within the 5 years, but you need to check the neighboring lot 2, not lot 4,
Yep.
to see when that division was made.
Okay.
And
If that's older than 5 years, then you can sell on your own.
but
And Hans, you said you had a question as to whether this was a major or minor subdivision.
based on lot sizes.
Lot on lot size, yeah. We're talking over 19 acres, right?
Yeah.
Total.
But the complete thing, you know, the lot being broke off is under 7.
So the remainder lot is 25.4. I'm sorry, the entire lot 4A is 25.4 and lot 4 is 2.6, so that brings it to 28 acres total.
Okay, and the application says acreage to be developed 19 acres.
Well, that's what he knows.
That's what he's gonna keep.
Keep, yeah.
Oh, what do you, oh, okay, so that's not the entire subdivision.
No,
So you're just selling off, lot, 4B, which will be probably 4B, right?
Yeah. But to be clear, if this is meets the legal definition of subdivision, we gotta look at all the lots.
Mhm.
We're looking at the whole subdivision, not just this one lot.
So
And it's,
the total of what you own without selling the house is what right now?
25.4.
Yeah, that's what needs to be listed down on.
Question 11.
but so you don't own lot 4?
No,
No.
that was sold how many years
Yeah.
ago? That's what it's gonna research.
And so we're talking about over 7 acres, so it would be a major subdivision.
Yeah.
With the 2. That's. So that's a lot of work for money. Go through a major subdivision.
But I don't think we have any choice, if it says 7 acres or more, we can't. Say, oh, we're gonna be nice to you, make it a minor one. I don't think.
Well, just my question was the retained land. Is that count towards?
That's not gonna be subdivided. It's just,
Even so, you got the other two.
Yeah.
The other,
If you look at the definition, the statutory definition of subdivision, it includes lot that. With the first subdivision, which is the first lot created beyond, that is split off. That's 2 lots, the one that was originally owned plus that one, and now we have potentially a third. So it's all the acreage of all 3 lots.
okay. I just didn't know if there was gonna be lots created,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, there's no exemption for the.
no lot being
The only
created.
exemption is the one we just discussed.
What would be the third lot? I don't,
Yeah.
what would be the third, because he doesn't own 4, he just owns
Right,
4.
but
Yeah,
it's less than 5 years. Well, if it's less than 5 years.
yeah,
I don't
but it
know.
was created by being split off from the original lot.
So that would be the third, but if that's beyond 5 years, so you said you bought it in 22, it was already split off. Correct that.
Correct that.
So if it was more than 6 months from when you bought, then it was over 5 years.
Yeah, and hopefully that's the case.
Yeah.
For your sake.
So,
So the gentleman that's buying my house, he's going to VA loan, they're really. Stringent on certain things, the timeline is one of them, so. That, yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
But-
I see.
if what they're saying is gonna go through a major subdivision, I don't know if you really wanna do that. That's gonna be a lot of,
work.
work and money.
Who's the fight? So Sean Tyler that did the survey or did the plan,
Mhm.
he says this is a line or something.
Well, see,
Like,
this-
he's just a survey, so he probably doesn't apply.
Well, yeah, I mean, each town's ordinances are slightly different, so he's what, from Winthrop? It may be at the state level, there's no such thing as a minor subdivision.
Right,
We split it off to try to make the process a little bit more reasonable.
yeah, because he read a bunch of stuff, he went on the Belgrade website, read a bunch of stuff,
Yeah,
and that's why he said, oh, this is mine.
yeah,
I was just going by what he
Mhm.
he was saying.
yeah. Most towns in this area don't have such thing as minor subdivision. They just have a subdivision. They're all regulated the same.
Right.
Basically, it's the same as our major subdivision. But I agree with Hans. I think we should proceed, so that we're not,
Behind,
we're not, so that if he is required to go for, the rest of the process, we've used our time today and his time today. Well,
so, so the end process will be, because we have to,
well, I'm not understanding that because we're wasting his time. Cause this doesn't mean anything. That minor subdivision application doesn't mean anything. We're gonna make him go through a major. We're
This-
wasting everybody's time.
This
this
is
is
major.
just the site sketch stage. The difference in what's required only comes at the next stage when he files or any subdivider files a preliminary application. At that point, there's a distinction between minor and major. At this point, we're just the purpose of tonight's meeting is, one, determine if we want to do a site visit. Ask and get answers to whatever preliminary questions we might have, and the designation of whether it's a minor or major subdivision.
Yeah, and for the record, we have one subdivision application. We do not have a separate application for minor versus major. So this is not garbage.
This is the same. Really?
I mean, this is pretty basic information at this point. I mean, this is, who are you and, you know, are you gonna have septic systems or wells, or what are you gonna do?
So the process is usually to, kind of read your application. So it's all recorded and it proves aware of what we're doing. So it's gonna be kind of boring to you. So just wanna make you comfortable to that. So we all agree that we're gonna proceed with reading the application. So Town of Belgrade subdivision, application. Subdivision name is Don States. Applicant information. Name of the property owner is Peter Dion. This is, okay. Address 970 Manchester Road, that remain. Name of the applicant is the same. Then if the applicant is a corporation, please check the license made, no, it's not a corporation. And there's no need to put a authorized agent. We move to page 2. Name of one surveyor, engineer, architect, and other preparing the plan. The name of the architect is Dirgo Surveying with Sean Tyler. 165 South Road, Winter Plain. We need his registration number. It's not here. Things that if we end up doing it, we're gonna need his registration number. So at the end of the meeting, we'll make sure that, you know, all the stuff that we're gonna be requesting. So then, person and address to which all correspondence should go, we're going to hear, Dion, and we talked about the address before.
Yep.
Number 7, what legal interest does the applicant have in the property to be developed? Is the ownership? What interest does the applicant have in any about the property? Is his own owner as well? Land information, location of the property is for the county register deeds, is book. You're gonna need this tonight if you're online. Book 14579, page 170. From tax maps 2 and lot 4A. Is any portion of the property within 250 feet of high water mark of a pond, river, or stream? And the answer is yes. Acreage to be developed, it says here 19, but dealing with.
You gotta put the whole acreage
I thought. they-
with the other 4 or whatever, with the other
Is it
2.
28 or something, 25,
So that
28,
came to 29 acres.
29 acres. Well, it's gonna be fixed, so you have to sign that on the side. As being fixed, 29 acres.
So I have to include trailer. With that.
Yeah, it's lot
Whatever the
4.
original land was.
That's an addition.
Last
So we
5 years.
will update this application and you're just gonna put your initials next to it as being fixed. So it's 29 acres, indicate the nature of any restrictive covenants to be placed in the deed in A.
Can I go back to 11 again?
Okay, sure.
So you own, you said 25 acres in there?
25.4 plus
How big
2.6.
is that other one? 2 acres?
2.6, that's 28 acres.
So it's not 29, it's
28.
So we're correcting the number from 29 to 28.
Yep.
In here though, it says, total area of subdivided lots no larger than 7 acres, excluding the acreage remaining from the original parcel from which the subdivision is being created,
That's what my question was.
excluding, not including.
Are you in the definition of subdivision?
Yeah, mine. Yeah, number 4, it's on page 10. Number 4, minor subdivision, major subdivisions.
Can you read that up again, please?
The total area of subdivided lots no larger than 7 acres excluding the acreage remaining from the original parcel from which the subdivision is being created.
So, but the two lots combined, the 2.6 and the 6.7 is gonna exceed 7 acres. That's why I asked the question
Yeah.
to the board. Is for the clarification.
18 acre. Two.
That's what's remaining.
Right, but I thought he was counting, I thought we were counting that towards whether it was minor or major, but you wouldn't count the 19.
No,
Yeah.
No.
So you said you're on page 10?
Yeah, page 10, minor subdivision, number 3, and then it's number 4 under 3.
I don't know reason why,
Yeah.
page numbering is different.
Everyone missed it.
what's the date on your?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's.
The one that I think George and I are looking at is 2022.
Yeah, and what version are you looking at?
That's not how they don't do it, but it
Doesn't have it on cover.
doesn't have it on cover. But. It shouldn't fail.
So it makes a difference, Nick, because when we redid it in 2022. We just incorporated the definition of subdivision from the statute because it kept on changing.
Yeah, no, I'm just assuming because I wasn't here and going through this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well, original assumption,
Yeah.
for sure, but, because of the difference in page numbers.
Page 11,
Page 11, okay, thanks, Rich. Yeah.
3.4.
For some stupid reason, that. So Rich, in your 2022 version of the ordinance, does it have a definition of subdivision? Mine does not. Mine incorporates the one as language that says, unless context otherwise indicates the term definition to 38 MRSA subsection 4401.
I think mine has that as well.
I mean, the house minor and major subdivision are defined as actually in set on my page 11, which is set to Article 5, site sketch plan meeting and on-site inspection. And in paragraph 3, it says minor subdivisions and major subdivisions, and then it has a definition of minor subdivision, which will be limited to residential or non-commercial subdivisions only, no more than 3 additional lots or dwelling units, leading to a total of 4 lots, no new roads, and a total area of subdivided lots no larger than 7 acres. Excluding the remaining from the original parcel from which the subdivision is being created.
Yeah, that's, I have the exact same language.
So
So,
that would exclude the 19 acres.
The 19, yeah, would be excluded.
and that leaves us with,
If the 2 acre was broken off prior to the 5 years.
yeah, so that leaves us with 8.
It's still over 7, but if the 2 was broken off more than 5 years old.
Yeah.
Which you're fairly confident, you said 2021.
It was before, well before I,
So
the
then,
couple that, that's been recently sold again, but they had been there for, geez, well over a year, I think, before I'd have been sold a trailer.
So hopefully you're gonna find from the registry of deeds that that lot was split off more than 5 years ago.
Yeah, when 4A was created from lot 4.
Yes. So.
I think you're gonna be good, if that's the case.
Yeah, if not, if he's being deployed, actually make things even worse, but
But you'd want to go to registry deeds.
I'm going tomorrow first thing, because I need to put this to bed somehow. I'm better off just waiting. Yeah, no,
Unless,
because if it's a major, gonna be major one.
Well,
well,
That's
unless you take that 6.7 acres and you split it, kill it in 2 acres, it counts some more. Now you're on 7.
We only have like 3 pages to go, and then
Oh, sorry.
if you have to go, if we have to stick to this,
No,
we're very done, so we'll be like another 5 minutes. I'll be fast.
yeah, no, take your time.
So, so then we're good. We actually can't put in a number 11, we put in a question mark on that, huh?
Yeah.
Number 11, put a question mark on it. Because we don't know,
On the date.
okay? Then indicate the nature of any restrictive covenants to place in the deed in A. Has this land been part of the prior approved subdivision? No. Or other division within the past 5 years. We don't know if that's a no, we don't know that either, so another question mark. Identify existing use of land, personal use and outdoor recreation. Does the parcel include any water bodies? No. Is any?
if it's within 25 feet, okay, no.
Okay.
Is it considered, I mean, it's in,
means-
portion is within, okay.
When, I got a question. When that says of the parcel include any water bodies, does that mean in the parcel or if it's butting up against, what's the name of it? Bog, is it Bog Stream?
Bog Brook, whatever it is.
I think after
Actually-
inside the parcel.
I guess the parcel doesn't butt up against. I guess, forget I asked the question.
I think there is water there. There's a little,
The stream goes up, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
that it
that-
doesn't, but it doesn't directly affect your property, does it?
Hard to tell from the survey, the survey. Indicates that it abuts a marsh
Yeah, and
and it's both. Sides of the lot, portions of it are within the shoreline zone.
so the answer would be yes.
Yes.
To that.
well, it depends. They're showing this is a parcel owned by the state, the stream. So technically, it is not his property. It is not his parcel.
George, when you said marsh, were you looking at those squiggles on the map?
I was looking at the survey that was submitted,
Oh, okay.
survey drawing that was submitted by the surveyor for winter.
Well, it's up there on the screen if you want to look at it.
Yeah,
See, and this is a separate, which I'm thinking is state. The state's claiming it, or it is not
Yeah.
part of anybody's taxable
you
project.
know, if you, this is the edge of that marsh, and some of it, if on some images, it's actually partially open water. Here's the boundary. Here, so that's not. Right against the marsh
Yeah.
or the open, any open water that's probably in between, these trees are covering. This is, by the way, resource protection. Not resource protection, I'm sorry.
Stream
It's considered critical wetlands.
Critical, but
Then the answer to 15 is no.
yeah,
16, is any portion of the property within special flood hazard area as identified by the federal management agency? The answer is no. 17, list below the names and mailing addresses of the avoiding property owners and owners across the road. Names: Rebecca Pepper from 135 Buck Road. Patricia
Nielsen?
Nielsen, okay, Nielsen. Let's fix this up. Nielsen, 42 Maltas Drive. Constant Strong, 12 Buck Road. Robert Grove, 25 Knowles Road. Norris Bartlett, 962 Manchester Road.
That's Federal Aviation.
Federal Aviation, Federal Building, and then 40 Gallant, 30 Jenny Lane. Right, and then general information, number of lots or units is 1. Maybe more than that.
Yeah, no, it's 3 or not a subdivision.
So. How many are they? 3?
Right now, I think we have.
I would put a question mark there.
Yeah,
Question mark.
yeah. I mean, if it's subdivision, it's 3.
Yeah.
But if it isn't, we don't need to worry about it.
So anticipated date for construction is 6/15/2026, so this is like yesterday. Anticipated date of completion is 6/15 in a year, 6/15/2027. Identified method of water supply to the proposed development, individual wells. Identify the method of storage disposal of the proposed development, individual septic tanks. Identify the method of fire protection for proposed development. We have none.
So,
Does NA?
I would think so, because it's,
Either that or Belgrade Fire Department.
or Belgrade, yeah, just put Belgrade Fire Department.
So we're
Just like
gonna
any
mark
other
other, and it's gonna be Belgrade Fire Department.
Yeah,
And there is a dry hydrant just down the road on the park.
Yeah, that's right. Better than most houses in Belgrade.
Does the applicant propose be dedicated to the public any roads, recreational common lands? Roads, none, recreation area, none, common lands, none. Does the applicant?
can I speak up for a second?
Sure.
So if you go into a major subdivision, you'll have to put in some common land. Just for a heads up.
Snowmobile trail.
Well, it depends on the amount of land, right?
Yeah, right. It's a
It's
percentage.
it's a percentage of land. So just keep that.
Yeah,
That's, and when you put a common land in, that's everybody can use it and it can't be developed.
Right, number 25. Does the applicant intend to request waivers of any kind of any of the subdivision submission requirements? The answer is no. We don't think of any of those that. He might, any waivers that he might need.
Probably gonna submit.
but yeah, I mean, that's fine for now. I think that's another decision that you're gonna have to decide once if you have to proceed forward, because there's maybe some requirements that you may wish to ask for a waiver from because of the nature of its parcels.
So submission, the pre-application sketch plan show in a simple sketch form, the proposed layout, streets, lots, and other features in relation to the existing conditions. That's there. The sketch plan, which may be freehand pencil sketch, should be supplemented with the general information described and outline of the existing conditions of the site and proposed development. It is recommended that the sketch plan be superimposed or accompanied with a copy of the assessor map and which the land is located. Sketch map shall be accompanied by a copy of a portion of the USOS topographical map, we have that too. Or the area showing the outline of the proposed subdivision, unless the proposed subdivision is less than 10 acres in size. So we got all that, and then we got, the whole application signed by Mr. Viana. So I think for what I see here, for the most part, the application is complete except for the few questions that we have. And the few questions are in item 5 with the registration number, 11, understanding what is the acreage, then 13, and this division within the past 5 years. Item 25, that we included that the order is the Belgrade Fire Department. I mean, that 23, I'm sorry. Then item 25, the need for extra waivers, and that's it. Any question for you? We all wish you luck.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The acre, the lot, which is designated on your survey drawing is lot number 1, the 6.78 acre lot. If you need to proceed, find that it was sold within the, 5 years. A lot more, I mean, it was sold within 5 years. That's gonna have to be added to your survey drawing, so you're gonna have to have your surveyor add that lot. And the topography and all that goes with it to that drawing, just as a way of a heads up. But I did just want to note that, as I said before, portions of the lot are in the shoreline zone, and that's shown on the survey drawing. There's also, as Craig alluded to, a snowmobile trail that goes across the back portion of it. I assume that's not a right of way or a lease or anything, that it has no legal status per se. I did look at the beginning with habitat mapping. There's nothing on these lots per se that's of any raises any issues. As I said before, that wetland is considered a high value wetland, but that's not in play here because it's protected by shoreline zoning. The only other question I have is really not about the subdivision per se. It is since according to one of these drawings, the survey drawing, the lot 4 developed lot now with a home and driveway and everything. Hans, did that driveway get a shoreline zoning permit?
I have no idea.
Just something to tuck away because it was developed in the shoreline. Most of it's in the shoreline zone.
You're talking about the driveway going to the lot, the 6.7 acre lot?
The 6.78.
Did you get
According to the survey, it's in the much of it's in about half of it's in the shoreline zone.
It was, the driveway was there up to. Driveway was there up to the tree line.
Yeah, this isn't Mr. Dion, just to be clear, this is not Mr. Dion's responsibility. This is whoever the current landowner of that lot.
You're talking about this lot right here, 4A. On the,
Yeah. Look at the survey drawing.
okay,
It has a demarcation of the limited residential zone from
okay.
the other side. So, I mean, if that's inaccurate, then I'm just going by that. But this is not Mr. Dion's responsibility, as I understand. Because you're not the owner of that lot, right?
He is.
Oh, he is.
I think so.
Yeah.
You own that lot that's already built with the big house that's, yeah.
So,
The driveway was there. To the tree, the tree line to the top, towards the top of the screen, the driveway was there. To there. I only did from there into the house.
so this is a stream, setback from streams is 75 feet, right?
Well, that's part of Belgrade Street,
Yeah. So
No, that's not
well, Belgrade Stream is right up there.
up there.
This
That's
is-
not-
this is what they call it, Sandlord Brook or something, Sanford Brook.
Stanford Brook.
Okay,
No,
well,
it is not like, it is not 100-foot setback. It is
Okay.
not a 200-foot setback. It is 75. It is in the
the
shoreline.
survey's incorrect, is what you're saying.
I would,
We're talking about, George, we're talking about limited residential,
The,
that blue line there,
Yeah, you talking? Jordan, are you talking about blue line?
blue line?
Yes.
In the residential.
so yeah, I would say
Yeah,
that, I would say the surveyor was incorrect in putting that there.
Sanford Brook, not part of this.
Okay,
That's Sanford
Well,
Brook,
they-
Sanford Brook. And Belgrade Stream is way down.
yeah, okay,
there'd still be a 75-foot setback from the brook.
yeah, okay.
And that's 83 feet to across the road right there. I put a measure on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the survey. They probably went off our wrong map. Actually.
Okay. So can I review this quickly? Since I missed something, what is wrong in the survey?
The designation of where the shoreline zone is. It's,
Blue line.
it's based on 250 feet from the stream and it's.
It's probably based off our old map.
What was that, Nick?
It's probably based off our old map.
Or the surveyor just wasn't aware of the difference between a lake and a stream.
Okay, any other questions?
No.
Right, so. We dispatch you now, good luck.
I got some homework to do.
Yeah, and bring a copy of the deed to, when you look it up, print it out, bring a copy to the record.
If you get in touch with the land surveyor that did the property, he has that information, he can tell you that in 1 second.
Oh, when that.
Yeah, when he does his research, he knows that information.
Yeah,
Get in touch with
yeah,
him,
he
he'll
was
tell you.
I thought he really did, because I hadn't dealt with one service.
Yeah, no sense paying for it twice.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
excellent.
He has that.
Good luck, Peter.
So, yeah. Like I said, cause he's leaving here, I'm like. I think
Just-
just under a month, he's getting deployed, so. I was probably just saying, if this goes into a major, probably just would pull, save myself a pile of money, and he's gonna be gone anyway. So,
If you end up deciding to go the route of a major subdivision, you're gonna need to spend some time with the ordinance and the section on major subdivisions.
Yes.
So that you see
yeah,
all that's required and those things you might want to seek a waiver to. We may or may agree, may or may not agree, but just so you know what you're getting yourself into. Because it's not inconsequential.
I think you're gonna do good.
Yeah. Call you survey in the morning.
Yeah.
Or tonight. if-
Or tonight. Depending on how good the relationship you have with them.
thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you. So table this,
We're gonna need a motion to table this, yeah.
I'll second.
So we have a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, so let's vote. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes,
And Mr. Longet is 5 in favor and none opposed, and we're tabling the application. All right. Next item in the agenda is item B. And the applicant is Brian Stoddard for Cozy Cove condominiums. Location is 325 Smithville Road, map 46, lot 10. Purpose of subdivision, division. So with that said, I open the floor for the applicant.
Alright, so we're making an amendment to the existing subdivision that was approved back in 2019 for the second time, it was a second amendment. This will be the third amended subdivision plan to it. And we're reducing the number of units from 7 to 5, creating a common open space area, increasing the size of the units, and we're updating the westerly boundary from a conveyance that happened from the prior owner, which should have triggered an amended subdivision plan, but it wasn't caught, and so we're gonna capture that, make that change, and update that as well, so it's all current. I have a full-size plans and some 11 or 11 by 17s, if it's easier for you guys to see them, or I don't know if you have in front of you. And I've got a copy of the second amended plan if you want to see those, so you can obviously see what the changes are. It's pretty apparent to look at them. I can pass those out if you want.
Yeah, that would be helpful. If you don't mind.
Well, I got one short.
Great. Here.
You can see that the old configuration, the units were really small, just pretty much just went around the buildings and just kind of just a little tiny window around them. And now we're making it like a little bit more of a usable space there, they're all larger.
Have these units already been sold?
No,
Oh, they haven't, okay.
no, they've been like rental units for the past years, I believe that's currently what they still are, is rental units.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I still see 7 units, you said it's going to 5?
There's 5 plus the room, common spaces, I don't think that would count.
With sheds.
The sheds in the common space, that's not, those aren't considered this, those are just common areas. 4 actual buildings, and then the 5th unit is just the remaining unit.
Where's unit 5?
So
It's the remaining land, there's been no active building on it, it's still considered a unit, but there's no, it's just land.
I think I was the only board member, back in '99, well, no, Rich, you.
Rich was here.
Yeah, but you currently weren't part of the approval process for this.
I didn't come on board till like 2011.
Yeah, this was 2019.
19 was the second revision.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, anyway, my signature's on it. Better or worse. So I apologize that I need to ask this, but I assume there's some kind of a condo association that is.
So there was, then when the property was sold, I believe that was essentially kind of dissolved or not existing anymore. And
Okay,
the plan is to now make a new one essentially.
okay, all right,
Yes,
all right. I was just curious because of the common area, it begged that question.
yes. Yeah, no, that's all to come. Typically, the declaration, the documents are made off of the plan after all the changes and revisions have happened, and they practice from that essentially.
Very good, thank you.
On the application, it says number of total units, you have 6, right?
I must have counted the common area as 1, but I don't believe that would actually count as 1, because that would be Yeah, so it should probably be C5 then,
Change them.
yeah.
At this stage, there's actually no new building or other type of construction proposed.
No, there's not, no, just
Right, just
reconfiguring the unit
reconfiguration.
boundaries around it essentially. Yeah, that's the only real change.
This map here is what you're proposing.
Yeah, I
The
think
one on
that's,
the application.
that's correct, yes.
So the remaining land is the common ground.
Well, the remaining land is unit 5, which is pretty much all the land to the east. And then there's that the common ground is in the middle there, essentially going from the road there down to the lake. That allows units,
okay.
yep, that allows units 1 and 2 to have water access and use it as well. And units 3 and 4 are on the water.
Okay, now we see it. It's hard to see.
And you, I'm sorry, you said these are already developed. but they're-
Yeah, there's already houses on them.
All
They've
these
been there
buildings
for
are-
quite a few years, many years.
So these are proposed initially on the old map,
Right.
7 years.
They were still there. No, those units were there. They've been there since when everything first happened back in 2003. And I think they were there even prior to that. They're a long standing with. One of them's been renovated, a little bit, but they're still the same units.
So what's the purpose of doing this?
Because we've reconfigured the unit boundaries on the prior subdivision plan. You can see the unit boundaries are really small. They just go around that. We've reconfigured the boundaries, so now the boundaries of these units have changed. Subdivision has changed. And the exterior boundary is different because the prior owner sold out some land or 3 of the units, plus land, and that should have triggered another amended subdivision plan, but it just wasn't caught.
Are there gonna be any deed restrictions on these,
Not that I am aware of. I mean, there's obviously the common areas
Yeah.
and limited common elements, but that's separate from a deed restriction. That's going to
Right.
be in a condominium declaration. So there's no real deed restrictions.
on the individual?
Yeah, correct. And it's a little confusing when you look at it because I still get confused over condominiums and subdivisions when it comes to units or dwelling units. You think of it as a subdivision as raw land lots,
Right,
but it's dwelling units also as a subdivision, which is what this is.
right.
Any further questions?
The, I don't have any questions at this point in the process. This is relatively straightforward. And the drawings are a good drawing, so that helps immensely. And having the 2019 drawing also helps. It might be whether this is the right time or whenever we're done with questions and answers. It might be helpful to review the section of the ordinance that deals with revisions of approved plans, just so we're all on the same page.
Are we ready to do that? Can we do that? You want to read it, or you want us to read it
What
individually?
pages are
It's on my page 45. Hopefully it's your page 45. It's Article 11, revisions to approved plans. I can summarize it or read the critical parts. It says an application for revision to a previously approved plan shall at least 7 days prior, have a scheduled meeting. That's what this is. Request to be placed on the board's agenda. That's what this is. If the revision involves the creation of additional lots or dwelling units, this does not. The procedure, we start with the preliminary plan, so that's not applicable here. If the revision involves only modifications of the approved plan without the creation of additional lots or dwelling units, the procedures for the final plan approval shall be followed. There's
Would
some,
that be applicable here?
I'm sorry?
Would that be applicable here?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
And so, so it's just not the entire process, it's part of the, at least half the process, in terms of what we need to look at. And then submissions, which is the next paragraph, just talks about the revised plan shall indicate that it is the revision of a previously approved and recorded plan and shall show the title of the subdivision book page and registry of deeds. Provide a drawing, we have that. And thirdly, the board scope of review shall be limited to those portions of the plan which are proposed to be changed. So, not sure. In this case, how much of a limitation that really is, but my recollection was that there were, important natural resources involved in this, and those kinds of issues, because this is was long developed long ago. So that's the review process is narrower in scope than if you were starting from new, but not inconsequential.
What do we need to move forward? I mean, it's just property lines moving. There's no protective land and no.
Question, great.
Unit lines, but not property lines, there's unit lines.
Unit
Difference.
lines.
Unit line.
Let's see that big copy.
There's how many units on this property?
The copy.
Five.
There's 5.
Four of them have structures on them, the fifth one is the remaining land, which is the
Yeah.
unit. that goes
No,
to
I
the
get
property.
that. On the old one though, it looks like there's a lot more.
There were 7. There were 7 units on the old one.
But those units are no longer, they're not part of it.
No, so that they were conveyed out with the land that was conveyed out from the prior owner to the abutter.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of them.
So this little cut, those 2 units are then right here. On the other side of Cozy Lane, Cozy Cove.
Yeah, those ones that came out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, yep.
Cause I'm seeing that, it looks like they should be in here. That-
Yeah, no, so they came out,
Right,
that land was sold
that's
out.
why it jogs up and over.
Right,
Okay.
when they sold the land, those 3 were removed.
I didn't pick up on this until just now. Look, based on Craig's question, one thing in play here, or that in 2019, we were still operating under the 1998 subdivision ordinance, something like that, some ancient piece of parchment. This was revised in 2022. We need to do the review under the current ordinance. So there's more substance here than there was in that came into play in 2019. And I don't know if you've had a chance to look at that part of the ordinance, but there's things here that, for example, one would be a stormwater management plan. Another is, which I'm not sure is, well, not for me to say. have contour lines on here already, I believe, but a hydrogeologic assessment, if you have more than one dwelling per unit per 100,000 square feet to basically ensure there's no contamination from one septic system to the neighbor's well kind of thing.
And that stuff be waived.
Yeah, doesn't that kind of go beyond what you were saying there? You were saying that, well, the review is limited to the changes that are on the subdivision.
Yeah,
Um,
so that might, that could be something that that you could request a waiver for, it wasn't, in 2019, we didn't have that criterion. So, it wasn't looked at, to the best of my knowledge, but that's something you could request a waiver for. An estimate of the amount of type of vehicle traffic. I don't, that's probably something that could be easily waived as well. And likewise for traffic impact analysis. So it really probably it's the question, at least for me, is the possible need for a stormwater management plan. That, I don't know what the rest of the board thinks, maybe that's something that could be waived too, because
There's no construction.
There's no construction, it's just moving.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have been a requirement for like a new subdivision. This is a subdivision that's existing, approved already in the town.
Yeah.
And that would be for like a new requirement for something new. This is already an approved subdivision. You're just revising just a minor part of it.
And it's not even moving property lines, it's moving what you call
Unit
it.
boundaries.
Unit
That's
boundaries.
right.
we're gonna hang our hat on that, okay?
All right,
I could be persuaded, I mean, the fact matters, if anybody current or future owner applied for a shoreline zoning permit, we would require stormwater management at that point in time. They were gonna do an addition.
So,
or,
right, that would make sense.
So I'm not wedded to this, I was just basically going through what the ordinance says.
So the hydrological study, I don't believe that should be waived. Because he does indicate where approximate septic area is, and we have no septic information in this file.
I don't indicate where there's an approximate septic area. That might be on the old map.
2019 map.
And that land, I believe, was conveyed out of it to the.
So where's the, can I see a diagram of the new lot lines?
I have a full-size plan to make it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that approximate septic area was conveyed out, that's on the abutter's land.
Is there a communal septic system?
I honestly do not know.
Yeah, can we see the big copy? Where is it?
No, I do not believe there's a communal septic system, yeah, here's a full size, and I have a full size of the 2019 plan, if that makes it easier too.
So here's my issue. If we need to be consistent one way or the other. If we're deciding that stormwater and is not at issue because nothing's changed since the 2019. It basically isn't part of the new proposal. It was part of the 2019 approval. The same is true for the hydrogeologic assessment. And we're based on where the septic systems are and where the wells are. They're either polluted or not at this point, probably.
So what you're saying is they weren't conforming then, it's okay that they're not conforming now?
Same with stormwater. I mean, we gotta stick with the consistent logic here. We're either deciding that this is not part of our purview or it is. If it is, then it's all or nothing. We can't go picking and choosing.
Yeah. Well, how would the stormwater change if there's no construction?
right, and not only that, but don't we have,
I mean, if he was doing any.
Well,
impervious-
and how would, the same is true, there's no septic systems being proposed, there's no new wells being proposed.
Yeah, everything is staying the same.
Everything is the same, so the question is, Is it within our?
We're just changing some unit boundaries.
Yeah, if you were adding anything impervious, like a road or anything, then stormwater management obviously would kick in.
Right, and we need a building permit or something for that, I would assume, right, but we're not planning to do any of that.
So this will be recorded at the registry of deeds, right? The change.
Yes, will, all amended subdivision
So-
plans need to be recorded.
When you change the deed, that's gonna trigger a septic inspection. So it's now or later.
I'm sorry, I'm not following you.
In shoreline zone, anytime a deed is changed in any way, it triggers a septic inspection. It's required.
The deed's not going to be changing though.
If you're gonna register a new deed with the registry of deeds,
They're not recording a new deed, we're gonna record a plan,
okay,
but we're not recording a new deed. The ownership of the property is staying the same. We're just gonna record this amended subdivision plan.
all right, well,
So
time
right,
will
right.
tell, because they're gonna send a letter out
So,
if it
Would-
does.
correct me if I'm wrong, but, so, let's just play this out. This is approved, the plat plan is submitted to the registry of deeds and recorded there. And then, in the coming months or year or whatever, one or more of these condo units is basically sold off. At that point, if and when they apply for a shoreline zoning permit, because that's the only time that aspect or any other aspect of the shoreline zoning ordinance is triggered, is when they come to us for a permit or come to you for a permit.
Why would they need a permit? They're just buying a place.
No, well, I'm saying, I'm speculating here. In terms of, and just to make the point of when does that requirement in the shoreline zoning ordinance for a certified inspection of the septic system need to be submitted?
Again, when the deed is transferred, when there's a change, any change to the deed, not a transfer, but a change. So even if someone just added their children to the deed, it triggers a septic inspection.
That's not in the shoreline zoning ordinance.
No, it's a state,
Oh,
it's a state-
okay, you said shoreline zoning, that's why it went on.
no,
that path.
in shoreline zone.
Oh,
It's a state rule,
that's news to me.
but it's not the shoreline zone ordinance. It's a septic or a septic rule.
I've never heard that.
But I believe if it's in the Great Pond watershed, you need stormwater management, but I don't think we can waive it. If it's in the Great Pond watershed, shoreline zone you can, but I don't think
The Belgrade watershed.
it's in the
Run
watershed.
that by me again, Nick?
In order to waive the stormwater management plan, you could do that at shoreline zone, but I don't think you could do that in the Great Pond watershed. I think that automatically requires
Yeah.
a stormwater management
Related to that,
drains.
one of the questions I had was reading the ordinance today. It refers to numerous places where something doesn't apply in the watershed of a great pond. I don't know whether there's any piece of land in Belgrade that's not part of the watershed on a great pond.
Well, everything sheds water.
Everything flows to Messalonskee
Right.
essentially from all the other lakes. And I was just trying to figure out where in Belgrade would a piece of land not be part of the great watershed of a great pond.
That's a good question.
So I'm just trying to catch up here. Are we arguing then that the stormwater management plan and the high intensity soil survey and hydrogeologic assessment are something we're gonna require here? Because
I just don't know about the watershed question.
I mean, as I said before, if we're gonna require the stormwater management plan, then we need to require the hydrogeologic assessment.
Yeah, no, I
because-
agree. If we can waive one, should waive.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was convinced by the arguments earlier that. Or at least made the waiver that those don't fall under they're not changes since the 2019 approval. And it sounds like maybe the rest of you are thinking otherwise now.
So here's the statute requiring transfers of shoreline property. the subsurface wastewater disposal inspected within 180 days.
Learned something new every day. I didn't know that.
This is
When did that come into effect?
that says 2000, it's 2019, I think it became.
Okay,
Law,
that says
rule.
PL 2007.
Yeah, but on the bottom section, history, 2019.
Okay, yeah,
But
right. Huh.
What does that say, George? I can't read it. What?
And I can't magnify this.
What is it? Oh, it says shoreline areas, any person transferring property on which a subsurface wastewater disposal system is located within a shoreline area as described in Title 38, Section 435, which I assume is the shoreline zoning statute, shall provide the transferee with a written statement by the transferor as to whether the system has malfunctioned during 180 days preceding the date of transfer. Now, it doesn't say inspection.
Doesn't say whether they fixed it either.
Well, that's
There's a definition of malfunctioned system either in statute or in rule, I can't remember which. This is regulation, right? No, this is Title 38.
yeah. Additional, a person purchasing a property on which a subsurface wastewater is yada yada. Anyhow,
Oh, yeah, inspected by a person certified by the department. It's the same language as we have in the shoreline zoning. ordinance.
yeah, and the exemption is if it was done within the prior 3 years. So,
And it was,
and it was not.
Well,
But there's no transfer.
but there will be at some point
Hmm.
of each of the
There's no construction,
units,
there's no transfer,
not at this point.
and we're just moving, not even property lines, but unit boundary lines. Everything else is staying the same. So they can't, do they sell these off?
I think the plan is to sell some units,
Yeah,
yes. But again.
and you just make more space to make them.
They're just making more space, exactly,
To make them more attractive,
yeah, you got it.
and whether or whether or not they can do any additions later on, that'll come to us.
So, just I apologize to everybody, but you know, I'm struggling with this. Just to reread this, our scope of review, the board's scope of review shall be limited to those portions of the plan which are proposed to be changed. Those septic systems going to be changed? No.
No,
Are the wells going to be changed?
No.
No. Is the amount of stormwater generated changed since 2019? No. Despite what I said first off, I think our scope here is pretty limited.
and this is,
Going back, you mentioned I read about the I've been the revision, proposed revision, is set to follow the final approval.
Right.
That's essentially turning the page over
Yes,
and reading, complying with all that.
right, yeah, Article 10. final
Initially, I was, didn't understand that, I think I figured it out, yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole lot changing.
No.
About
there's no addition to anything.
Well, that, we only have to approve the map then, huh?
Yeah, basically.
so could we do that tonight?
Good. I don't know, we need a site visit.
We do need to do findings of fact at the time we make our final approval. according to, because it's part of the Article 10, the final approval process. But a lot of them are gonna be NA.
So we have final fact sheet, yes. That's right.
Gonna do final
We,
tonight?
I guess we need to. Do we need to do the vote to start finding of fact, or we start finding of fact? And. I feel like we have to vote on the.
No,
Map on the, drawing.
You have to prove that the
We don't have to
application
prove
is
it.
complete.
But, I mean, this, do we have to read the application? When the application was all already, or review it?
Well, the ordinance is silent on that.
I will say that we should vote that we. We deem that we didn't change anything on the all application, that the only difference is the map,
yeah,
and we accept the map
That probably is a good idea.
but do we still have to do the findings of that?
afterwards.
Okay.
So, so for the findings of facts, the number of slots to be created, we're gonna say it's going from 8 to 5,
75.
75.
from 7 to 5. And written waiver requested.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing really to waiver.
Okay, no. All right, while you're doing this thing, I'll go make some findings of facts here.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to. Accept or indicate that. We are basing decisions on the original application that's already approved and filed. Nothing has been changed from this application with the exception of the new drawing that we have, which is. Basically indicates that there were 7 units and now there are 5 with the new road structure.
I'll make a motion that based on the drawing of 5/26/26 of what's it called? Cozy Cove condominiums. That the proposal is ready for review under the Article 10 on final approval of a major subdivision.
All right, do I have a second to that?
Well, thanks, sir.
All right, so we have a motion from Mr. Seal and a second from Mr. Alexander. Would they have any further questions or discussion about it?
I don't know if I'm not reading, in Article 8
Okay,
of subdivision ordinance. I'll be read it later. I'm just trying to figure out all this. You know. Listen.
Right, and that would only come into play if this was, they were starting from scratch.
Okay, all right, because it just says, you know, in
Yeah.
subdivision.
Yeah, no,
You
you
couldn't figure out whether it was saying.
yeah,
It can only be waived, it says, if,
right,
Anything
I
like
mean,
construction.
basically, it's kind of saying it can't be waived.
well, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
But that would only apply if this was an entirely new development.
Right. Well, then after that, it talks about. Upon finding that the proposed subdivision will involve road construction or grading which changes drainage patterns. In additional impervious surfaces such as roads, driveways is less than 5% of the area.
But it
But
says
the way,
proposed,
huh?
it says proposed.
Right afterwards, but it says, you know, I don't know if I'm, you know, the way I'm reading it, but. It says it cannot be waived in the watershed of the Great Pond, and upon finding that the proposed subdivision will not.
There you
involve
go,
road
it just
construction.
proposed.
Yeah.
This is already a subdivision.
Yeah,
Right.
and that section 8 is the major subdivision preliminary plan. And because of this being an amendment to an already approved
Right.
subdivision, we go.
No, I agree.
The more limited criteria for final approval.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right,
I agree, just the way it reads.
yeah.
Any further discussion? Alright, so we're gonna vote. Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes,
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Mr. Longoria is 5 in favor, no opposed. And motion carries. So I'm gonna declare, while waiting for the hands, a 5-minute black bladder break.
If you don't, you can't do that.
Oh, no, you want to be a brush, not a rope.
I have. Well, based on the drawing of the 526. Cozy Cove condos, that the proposal. Waiting for review of final article 10 of subdivision. I'm missing something.
I don't know that I can recreate it word for word. I think you're gonna have to listen to the recording.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm afraid I'll.
I expected to be better.
No, I'm lucky if I can remember what day of the week it is.
I just wanted to. No,
Yeah, sorry.
I can do, that's fine, I didn't get it and
I was thinking and talking at the same time. I can do one or the other, but usually not both.
And do we have an update on the stiff Jones?
When the meeting resumes. After this is complete.
A question for you, Hans, what's the difference between something flowing into the watershed of a lake? Or a direct watershed of the lake?
Something flowing into it is a stream or a runoff brook, from the highway. Whereas the other is a direct adjoining entity, right? So like
Correct, was it a campground before?
the village stream is technically part of the lake.
Yeah.
It's not flowing into it, but it is adjoining it. So it's considered an extension of the lake, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a kids camp though.
But you can be in shoreline zone, but not be in the watershed.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Well, no. Watershed is broad, very broad.
Right.
You are in a watershed.
Anything that drains.
Yeah.
Your house
So
is
they
in the
could go by
Great
one-
Pond
one
watershed.
person.
But if you had like water table high, and then the rest of the
Yeah.
land sloped down from the water, then that wouldn't be watershed. Right?
Yeah, but
Shoreline zone.
think about it, it would eventually go to some watershed.
Yeah,
Basically, every piece of land is a watershed
yeah.
somewhere.
Although I can.
Yes, yes, we.
If you had a bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
That, that's not, you could argue that's not a watershed.
Right.
It's a very
The
pond.
elevation is below the water, so
Restroom.
nothing's draining into it. Right?
But
To the groundwater.
Yeah,
yeah,
so,
I know.
we do that.
you could drive down the road there and go see this. You're entering the watershed of Damascus Lake, up in Liberty or something.
Yeah, because eventually it runs down.
Yeah.
But the 12 times that we go so one for me. You're ready for sure. Oh, it's yeah,
I take it, I see it in the fire department tonight.
yeah, we are done.
That's up to her. I don't know who's reached out to them or.
Where you sit the top of the wall, I think we're going in the right direction. Good.
I was watching the meeting.
You watched the meeting and what you thought?
I thought it was pretty good.
All right, see, that's a double time. Confidence in the Lord.
Mary said, let's start fresh and no, the past and. Yeah.
We have to move forward.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going back to business here now, and we're gonna go through the findings of facts and conclusion of law for a subdivision, final approval for a revision of it. So these findings of fact, and this takes some time, it's gonna be boring for you. It's part of the procedural section that we do for transparency with the public. And so I have to read the whole,
Okay.
all the questions here.
Boring for us too.
So, these findings of fact and conclusion of law were developed in conclusion with the consideration of the permit application and the public record. The findings of fact, type of subdivision is revision to approved plan. Applicant is James Henry. Applicant's mailing is 44 Vine Street, South Beverly, Maine. Subdivision, Cozy Cove subdivision. The application date is 6/18/2026, and the number of lot created went from 7 to 5. Written waiver request submitted? No. Cite the ordinance section in which waivers are approved, we don't need it, it's NA. Date of waiver approval, NA. And then we move to conclusions of law. Based on the application material, testimony, statements, evidence, documents, and all materials submitted to it, and the above findings of fact, the Belgrade Planning Board concludes based the applicable performance, design, construction, and other standards of the ordinance and the following statutory review criteria of Title 30A, MRSA 4404, and Article 1, Section 2 of the ordinance that the proposed subdivision, and actually will be proposed revision, subdivision revision. Pollution will result in undue water or air pollution. The answer is no. Okay, and that's based on public records and submittals. And that we want to put a short for that to be PRAS. So we're gonna vote on that one. We vote individually, huh?
Yes, just like with subdivision,
Okay.
with shoreline zone.
Okay, so, we're gonna vote on that. It's a no on pollution. Mr. Sakara,
Yes,
no.
well, yes to no, it's a no. Agree, it's a no.
Okay. So the answer,
We.
pollution, the answer will be no.
Okay,
Mr. Sakara,
no.
Mr. Baker,
No.
Mr. Seal,
No,
Mr. Alexander, no. So, so it's, and certainly is no, so it's, I'm not, I'm contradicting myself. We have to say that. Well, let's say no, because the thing is now I have to record this,
Right.
and it's 5 no's. And.
So it doesn't say well known on there.
And zero yeses, so motion carries, say no. That never done that before.
But does the findings of fact say will not?
So see, that said, it will not result in undue water, air.
That's why I said yes, it will not.
So I gotta go back, I'm sorry, I confused everybody. So the answer is yes, that it will not. So let's vote again. Mr. Carl,
Yes, again.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shi,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
So it's 5 yeses.
I take it back, this is not voting for us.
5 yeses and 0 no's. Motion carries. Sufficient water. Has sufficient water available for reasonable foreseen needs of the subdivision. So the answer is yes. The answer is yes. So, based on PRAS, and so, Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Mr. Langes is 5 yeses and 0 no's. Motion carries. Municipal, water supply will not cause a unreasonable burden on existing municipal drinking water. It is yes,
It's
if,
not a-
if one is utilized, so it's NA.
Yeah.
Okay, NA, we move on to the next one. Erosion will not cause unreasonable soil erosion or reduction in the capacity of the land to hold water so that a dangerous or unhealthy conditions will result. The answer is yes, that it will not, based on PRAS. And we're gonna vote, Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Ms. Cheryl Langet is 5 yeses and 0 no's. Traffic will not cause unreasonable highway or public road congestion or unsafe conditions with respect to use of highways or public roads existing or proposed, and if the proposed subdivision requires driveways or entrances on a state or state aid highway, the Maine Department of Transportation has provided documentation indicated that the driveways or entrance conform to Title 23, subsection 704, and any rules adopted under that section. So will not cause unreasonable highway or public road congestion. The answer is yes, that it will not do that, based on PRAS, and we're gonna vote, Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Ms. Sarah Langet is 5 in favor and none opposed. Next, sewage disposal. Will provide for adequate sewer waste disposal and will not cause an unreasonable burden on municipal services if they are utilized. So the answer is yes, but it will not do that based on PRAS, and we're gonna vote Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Ms. Sarah Langet is 5 in favor, none opposed. Right. Municipal solid waste disposal will not cause an unreasonable burden on municipal ability to dispose of solid waste if municipal service are to be utilized. The answer is yes, that it will not based on PRAS. So we're gonna vote Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Mr. Langet is 5 in favor, none opposed. Aesthetics, cultural and natural values will not cause an undue adverse effect on the scenic and natural beauty of the area. Aesthetics, historic sites, significant wildlife habitat identified by the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, or the municipality, or a rare or irreplaceable natural areas, or any public rights for physical or visual access to the shoreline. The answer is yes, that it will not, and that's based on PRAS. And we're gonna vote Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Mr. Langet is yes, so it's 5 in favor, none opposed. Conformity with the local ordinance and plans, it is in conformance with a duly adopted comprehensive plan, development plan, or land use plan if any. We used to put it on the comprehensive plan.
It definitely consistent with comprehensive plan.
Okay, so the answer is yes, based on PRAS. And we're gonna vote. Mr. Scar.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
And Ms. Cyril Langett is yes, 5 in favor, no opposed. Financial and technical capacity. Applicant has adequate financial and technical capacity to meet the review criteria of the ordinance. The answer is yes, based on PRAS. We're gonna vote Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander. And Ms. Erlanger is yes, so 5 in favor, no opposed. Okay, 9 pages, we're on the 4th page. Surface waters, outstanding river segments will not, whenever situated entirely or partially within the watershed of any pond or lake, or within 25 feet of any wetland, great pond, or river as defined in Title 38, Section 135 to 490, adversely and unreasonably affect the shoreline of such body waters. The answer is that will not is a yes. Based on PRAS, we're voting Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander. And Ms. Sarah Langett is 5 yeses and 0 no's. Groundwater will not alone or in conjunction with existing activities adverse affect the quality of groundwater. The answer is yes, that it will not, based on PRAS. And we're gonna vote Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
And Ms. Sarah Langett is 5 yeses and 0 no. So it carries. Okay, floated areas. Based on the Federal Emergency Management Agency, flood boundaries and floodways map and flood insurance rate maps. And information presented by the applicant in subdivision or any part of it is the prone area. The answer is no. Is that right?
Right.
Then we don't have issues with flood areas in Europe, no. So the answer is no. Right, so then we go, the next one will be this subdivision or any part of it is in such area, which is NA. And then we have to vote on that as a total. So, we're gonna vote Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Yes, that is a no. Okay, so Mr. Baker. Yes, Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
and Mr. Langett is 5 yes, so it's 5 yeses, 0 no's. Freshwater wetlands. All freshwater wetlands within the proposed subdivision has been identified on any maps submitted as part of the application, regardless of the size of these wetlands. So the answer is yes, that all that has been done based on PRAS, and we're gonna vote. Or that's an NA.
NA.
Okay, there we go. So let's scratch that, say NA, and put my initials here. So we move into the next one. We don't have, do we have to vote in one's NA? Okay, all right. So, will be farmland. Farmland within the proposed subdivision has been identified on maps submitted as part of the application. That's NA, yeah? Right? River, stream, or brook. Any river, stream, brook within the abutting proposed subdivision has been identified on any map submitted as part of the application. So does NA two?
Yes, it has been indicated.
Huh?
It has been indicated.
It has been, so it's a yes then.
Yes.
Okay. based on PRAS, and we're gonna vote. Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Shields,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Longoria is a yes, so it's 5 yeses and 0 no's. Stormwater, the proposed division will provide adequate stormwater management. We waive that. Oh, that's
You didn't
waived,
waive it, it's not applicable.
it's not applicable, so it's NA. Spaghetti lots prohibited. One or more lots in the proposed division are frontage in a river, stream, brook, or great pond. The answer is yes, isn't it? No.
Pretty good. You very agree.
One or more lots in the proposed subdivision has frontage in a river, stream, brook, or great pond. And the answer is yes. Yeah. One or more of the proposed of the lot of more, one or more lot proposed within the subdivision qualified as a prohibited spaghetti lot by having the lot depth to shore frontage ratio greater than 5:1. The answer is no.
No, yeah.
Well-
That has to do with spaghetti lot.
Yeah.
But those,
Can somebody explain what a spaghetti lot is?
yes.
But it's a wicked long lot, like you might stack as many lots as you can on a lakefront. So you have like, say you got a piece of land that's 100 by 100.
Yeah,
And you're gonna stack them on there, so you're gonna have lots with 20 feet of lake frontage and 100 feet of length to it, that would be 5:1. That's your.
Gotcha.
Allowed, yeah, it's trying to just make really long, narrow lots, so you can squeeze people onto the short frontage and pack them on there, which is not allowed,
thank
like
you.
a piece of spaghetti.
So the answer is no. We don't have any spaghetti. Okay, so we're gonna vote on this. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna say that there's no spaghetti lots, so yes to no. All right. All right, so Ms. Sakara,
Means no.
yes, Ms. No.
Yes.
So Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
yes, Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
And Mr. Langett is a yes, and it's 5 yeses, 0 no's. Okay, page 6. Lake phosphorus concentration, the long-term cumulative effect of the proposed subdivision will not unreasonably increase a great pond's phosphorus concentration during the construction phase of or life of the proposed subdivision. So this is NA, is this no construction?
Well, to construction, it would be, but over the life of the
So it's a yes,
condo. Yeah, but
it's a yes based on PRAS, we're gonna vote on it. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
yes.
Mr. Alexander. And Mr. Langett is yes, so it's 5 yeses, 0 no's. Impact on adjoining and municipality. For any proposed subdivision that crosses municipal boundaries, the subdivision will not cause unreasonable traffic congestion or unsafe conditions with respect to the use of existing roadways in adjoining municipalities in which part of the subdivision is located. The answer is NA. Not applicable. Land subject to liquidation harvesting. Timber harvesting, no. Less than 5 years have lapsed since purchase by the landowner is NA. The Bureau of Forestry or Maine Professional Forest License pursuant to Title 35, Chapter 6 have provided with the written finding and determination to the planning board that timber tree harvesting on a parcel being subdivided was conducted in violation of the Maine Bureau of Forestry, that's NA. So that's based on PRAS. So we're gonna vote yes, that no timber harvesting had happened. Mr. Sagaro,
Yes.
Mr. Baker, Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes,
and Mr. Langettes, yes, 5 yeses, 0 no's. Page 7 out of 9. Therefore, the town of Belgrade Planning Board approves subject to the following conditions of the application of James Henry. For a subdivision named Cozy Cove subdivision.
What is the subdivision revision?
It says the applicant is Brian Stoder.
He's the presenter.
I'm the presenter.
Right. Oh, I thought she said applicant.
Well, the applicant, he's representing James Henry.
So I'm gonna put James Henry represented by
Brian Stoder.
thank you. No easy to spell your last name, you know?
No?
Alright. So division name, Cozy Cove Condominiums. As described with the final facts above. Yes, so, here. So we have conditions of approval. We have a standard condition of approval here, it says, I'm gonna read it out loud. This standard condition of approval shall be listed in the final plan to be recorded in the register of deeds. And I think that's in this one here somehow, maybe.
That's the old one,
This is the old one,
yeah.
so in the new one, we have to include this. It reads as follows. The board approval of this subdivision is limited to that described in the application and depicted in the final plan on other application submissions, except to the extent that the board has expressly indicated in the findings of fact and law that certain depictions may be revised by the applicant without further review and approval by the board. Any changes to the application, final plan, and other supporting application submittals must be received prior to approval from the board, including but not limited to changes in the location of the structures, roads, parkings, vehicles, road entrance and exit, drinking water wells, wastewater disposal, stormwater management, and phosphorus analysis and control. So this language have to go in this drawing,
Add it to the plan?
yes.
Okay.
The other one it says here too, it says, unless a waiver from the specific ordinance standard has been requested by the applicant in writing and approved by the board, the subdivision is required to meet all applicable ordinance requirements. So I think those two statements have to go on the drawing,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we can sign it.
right? So, final approval from the board now. So this is the final vote, for this application. Let's see, I got this out of order here. So, we're gonna vote, we're gonna have a final vote on it now. One.
You don't want to make a motion, or do we? Motion.
So, I don't know now, I'm getting confused on that. Do we have to make an whole motion, because we always said we're gonna vote on the approval of all the final findings of fact and conclusion of law.
I'm not really sure.
Who,
We can.
they say we can make a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we, approve, the application as presented of, Mr. James Henry for Cozy Cove, condominium subdivision. And the, findings of fact, and conclusions of law, of this meeting.
Any motion?
I second.
And Mr. Sakara seconded. Any further discussion? I hear none. Mr. Sakara?
Yes, yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Seal? Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
And Mr. Longes, five yeses, none opposed, and the application and the final fact are approved. So now I'm gonna sign the signature here, record the vote. The vote was yes, no, 5-0, approved, and then I assign the paperwork.
So Hans will send you a copy of this so that you have it, the exact language for adding to the,
Perfect. Yep.
for the final plan.
And then do I need to come back to another meeting, or can I just drop off a rolled copy for you guys to sign, and I can come pick it up and record it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the latter.
Today's the 18th,
It is.
so this is all perfect here.
You don't want this one then, do you?
You can hang on to that, you can.
I'll save it as preliminary or whatever.
Probably want it for the file.
And then, so when you want a copy for your records, so I bring two copies, one for your records to keep on here, and then I'll have one, I'll take the rest.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mylar or?
Well, actually, you want three because they're gonna sign three, and the owner's gonna want one, right?
Got it.
So two to give away and one to keep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other door price.
All right. So with that, we're good with that. Huh? So next will be,
You're all set?
All set. Alright, I'll come on, so you'll email me the statements, I'll add this to the plan, I'll drop them off early next week, if that works for you.
wow,
Alright, excellent. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
thank you.
You gonna go back to South Portland?
I live in Winthrop actually, so. What's that so much?
Everybody's from Winthrop. I didn't realize your firm did this kind of work. I always associate you with environmental site assessments and geoprobing and, you know, materials testing.
We like to say that we got everything under one roof essentially for land planning and development, so.
Yeah.
We just recently added structural engineering to our hat as well, so.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, proud of all.
I worked with you guys on Maine Med. Well,
Oh, sure.
Mike and
Mike and Jeff.
yeah, Mike and Brad.
Yeah.
Good guys.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All
No problem, thank you.
right, have a good night.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, thank you. Good back to that.
Yeah, they don't want to forget that.
Thank you.
All right, so next items are all business, the battery energy source systems and I have a hard time fishing with Chief Mackenzie and Tom Daniels. We'll try next meeting.
So what's the issue? Are they just not available or not responding or what?
The previous two meetings and sent emails and they didn't respond. And then the last meeting was the meeting that we have low quorum anyways. And they didn't respond to that one, and since that meeting to this one, I didn't follow up. So I have to get on my pocket to get this
Phone call.
phone call and that. So that said, shoreline so map status.
Can't tell you one thing, I did get the copy of the. Modified value wetlands, George, you were right, I screwed up when I said. That they removed the bog, get the area down by Hammond Lumber as a moderate high value wetland. It still is. But anyway, as we work through that now, You have the, term. Modern of that.
Good.
Right.
I'll give it to Hans. If that's okay.
That's fine. What is the date on it? When was it
There
updated?
is no date on it. But. I look hard for the date, didn't see one, but I know this is actually a map that we've had. So it's good at least about the time that COVID came around.
Yeah, I pulled a copy out of the closet. I'm curious if we might have spare now, which is good.
Somehow in the back of this map, in handwriting at least or something, we should put that. This map make it to the town today.
Yeah, so received
This
received by planning board on today's date.
we wanna do that right now, or we're gonna forget it later. So actually, June 18. (2026) So when my grandchildren are here. And they look at, oh, actually, I didn't put my name or anything on it. They look at the date on that, 23 years from now.
And they're on the planning board.
It's only will be in the planning board too.
Fixing all the mistakes.
So anyways. So any other, information or discussion on the status of the, shoreline zone map status?
Well, whenever we have time, I guess we'll start.
Sure.
We got one application, new application for next meeting.
So, what will be the actual steps that do we have to do like a site visit, plan a site visit to these places that need to be upgraded?
I think we should take the map we've got on the wall and go through section by section to verify the accuracy, if there's any debate about the status, especially around Castle Island camps, where we have
So we'll
vacant.
do that section by section here first before going to the site visit, or?
If we need a site visit, but based on this map too, also, we might want to, compare the two maps and discuss.
Well, maybe we can do that next meeting.
We can start it, yeah.
Yeah.
You can start at this meeting if you want.
It's already 8.
You can have that discussion on your own.
I've been through it already, so.
So, approval minutes of 5/7, let's do that.
I read the book, oh, sorry.
Well, before we get
Read those first.
before we get to minutes, Nick did ask me for an update on the Stiff Jones thing.
Oh. yeah.
So, there's a lot of unofficial discussion that it's going to be settled outside of court. They're working on a settlement. However, it was I know the Board of Appeals was approached to put it on their schedule. So it hasn't gone to Board of Appeals yet, but the notice was put up, I think, by Mary, that the case is going to go to the Board of Appeals. So that's the official position.
And
But
my understanding.
they asked for it to be put on like in the end of August.
Yeah, my understanding is that there may have been some discussion already at the Board of Appeals back before the deadline, the timeline 30-day timeline expired, and they tabled it to allow for continuing discussions between the parties.
That's about accurate.
Just so happened I ran into somebody on the Board of Appeals at town meeting.
Yeah, we typically are not involved with the Board of Appeals, so
Yeah.
what they're doing, we really don't know about until it's done. So,
So, so let's go through the minutes. We actually have to set some minutes now, May 7th and June 4th.
yeah, and this is just George, Sarah, and Penny. We're present.
For the June 4, well, Nick too, he was on mine. Right?
Yeah.
So, May 7th, it has Mr. Baker and Mr. Seal in it.
And Penny and you.
Yeah. Nick, you don't have to stick it there in a minute. You, both.
Well, we have items to discuss, so that we just did a mobile home ordinance and all that.
Yeah.
No, it's past Nicholas's bedtime too, so.
That's mine too.
No. Nicholas is gonna get cranky.
But if it's your direct order, I'll be.
Now we're ready? Okay. Should we start with the minutes of May 7th? We're gonna only myself, George, Mr. Baker, and Penny will vote on it.
I had one. The Steve Brown application below discussion. Says George had 3 issues as follows. Says there's 84 square feet of unvegetated land. I think it really is 84, the proposal includes 84 square feet more than the 20% non-vegetated allowance. It comes across as if there's only 84 square feet of unvegetated land, but I think it's only 84 square feet. It is 84 square feet more than the 20% allowed, is the proposal, and that however you word it, just so it looks like the proposal calls for more than 80 square feet rather than there's only 84 square feet on the property.
So it would read there are 84 square feet more than the 20% allowed.
Yeah,
Okay. Unvegetated land, got it, thank you.
Probably could get rid of that next sentence too, since it's kind of redundant at this point.
Oh, so scratch that.
that's all I have.
So, I would entertain a motion to approve this set of minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as amended for May meeting of May 7, 2026 of the Belgrade Planning Board.
A second.
So I have a motion and a second. Do we have further discussion? I see none. So we're gonna vote now. So Mrs. Morale,
Yes.
Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes,
and Michelle Longuez is sworn in favor, nor opposed, motion carries. Minutes are approved, minutes of May 7th are approved. Minutes of June 4th. So this is only me, Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Morale, and Nick Alexander. Any changes to the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the June 4th.
We're going, well, I think Craig is looking into it, so
I've already looked at them, but I'm just going over them again, I'm fine.
you're good with that? I'll go with them too, so we had a motion, do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of June 4th. Any further discussion? I hear none, let's vote. Mrs. Morale,
Yes.
Mr. Nick Alexander,
Yes.
Mr. Craig Alexander,
Yes,
and Mr. Longuez for in favor, so approved, and the minutes are approved for June 4th. Next item is discussions. And there's a number of items here. We have a certificate of occupancy requirement.
I'm just gonna change that. It's for addressed in the future. So this is our to-do list.
Okay.
And right now, there's nothing new on this to be discussed.
So we don't have to go to any of these, through any of these items tonight.
Not until we hear from KV cog or get the new LD rule on housing. Because that's what all of these apply to.
So I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Within a second.
I'll second.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. We're gonna vote. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Baker.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
yes.
Mr. Alexander.
yes.
And Mr. Longuez says yes, I favor none opposed, and we adjourn.
That's early, so you want to fire tonight. I can get this like cat, find him and fire.
Any updates?
What?
Any updates that we should know?
You know, if Mr.
Nothing.
Bellman.
Still legislators, you know,
Bellman says-
they'll approve it like the end of August.
It'd be probably to,
No,
Not really.
lease the property
Yeah.
for 6 months or whatever. Until 5 years gone by, And then.
Yeah, you were rent.
Yeah.
Ready to own the way.
I know someone that had to do that. Right, Craig? I know somebody that had to rent for 6 months before they closed my house. No, that's a good idea. He was saying that